Love and immunity, beloveds. This post is about self-love, self-respect, self-worth, self-dignity. A lot of us don't realize that we were not born into any of those abilities. It is something that each and every one of us, being of internal nature, that is our first understanding. That is our first everything, self. We are an internal being. That means everything that we understand, everything that we will ever learn, everything that we will ever create into reality is all governed within self. But self is not taught to us. We're not taught about self. We're taught about everything outside of self. And this means that a lot of us don't realize that we are disconnected from our very own well-being. This is where free will comes in. When you want to understand what free will is you understanding yourself within yourself. You as the creator of life. What you don't understand is that it is the consciousness that comes from within self that is going to create the world outside of you. You being the internal being, creating the external, which means mind creates matter. That means you create from the inside to the outside. Our mother taught us this beautiful understanding. But because we're taught to learn from the outside, we're not taught about self. And a lot of us don't realize that we don't know ourselves. And a lot of us don't realize this is where stress, worry, anger, and fear are created. We believe that these things are all created outside of us, but they're not created outside of us. What it is our consciousness. It's our consciousness saying, hey, I'm the one who's supposed to be governing you, not the things outside of you. And a lot of us don't realize that our depression, I dealt with a lot of depression my whole life because I can see life internally, but everything that the world teaches me or taught me, even my parents, our whole teaching is external, but we're not external, beloveds. We are internal, and I could see life only internal. So I felt like I was in this matrix that most people can't see. I witnessed the matrix. I can see it at its root. So I deal with a lot of depression, and a lot of people don't realize that fear, worry, shame, guilt, lack, poverty, none of those things are coming from the world, beloveds. They're coming because we've denied the self. And when we deny the self can't take care of itself. It needs someone else outside of it to do that.